So for the service, if we go in here and we go into drives, here in diesel engine, there's max idle speed. So this is, in other words, we put the engine flat out, we have everything running, and then we press that to make sure that the machine knows exactly what the maximum RPM is. The other one here is dynamic power. So dynamic power, this is something you can turn on, and what this will do for your combine is it'll find the correct power setting on the engine so that you use less fuel. So over the long run, it will adjust the settings within the engine control unit to give you the maximum power that you require for the conditions you're in. So there's a number of steps you can do, but that's how to do. So you can't do anything else apart from turning it on and off. If you are in hilly conditions and you find that the engine, or you find that maybe it's a bit sluggish, you may turn that off so that you don't have this step system in the background, and it runs with the correct power setting for standard operation. For the chassis settings, this is only pulses per 100 meters, so this is your calibration for your quantimeter over 100 meter. The main one I really want to go in for service side of it is here in service. Right down the bottom here, we start with the telematics. And something I do want to show you, on the side of the screen, we have two holes, two slots for two different screens. So one is for a USB stick to give you your job field boundaries, and the other one is a telematics card. So in that telematics card, if you are using telematics, that card must never be removed. If for whatever reason it does get removed, it does mean that someone from the local dealership will have to come out and reset that card for you before your telematics will actually start working. And he'll go through a process where he gets it, plugs it in, resets the card, then he has to get telematics restarted again for it to actually start working. So do be aware of that. The other one here for you guys is active alarms. So this is the alarms on the actual machines. Sorry, it has your lists here. And here, what you can see down here is these are the number of alarms that we've had on the machine. And what we can do here is you can actually tell it which ones you want. So these effectively are your green, yellow or red. So at the moment I've actually got the red and the yellow warnings coming up. So my red ones here you can see. And here, if I touch on these, this is the information from the actual machine. Let's go on to this one. Here you can see it gives us a couple of extra bits of information inside the screen, so I can see what's happening here. It tells me some more information, and it tells me these. This is the information that if you do ever get a fault code come up, so not only will it come up in here, but you will also get down the bottom of the screen, you will also get it pop up here. And this means that this is something that's gone wrong with the machine, and the dealership is after as much information as you can give them. So he's after what the ID is, the CCN, which is the component number, the failure, so what has actually happened for it to go wrong, and the number of hours that it's last went wrong. So he's mainly after those 1, 2, 3. And if you go into that one and you give them as much information as you can as it is here, it might be a case of just turning it on and off to reset it. But if you need to give the guys some more information here, if you do have a printer in your machine, there will be a little print symbol, and you can print out that fault code to then pass on to your dealership when you require. Engine diagnostics, with the engine running, it'll give you the same idea with fault codes, etc. if need be. And the same for the vehicle diagnostics here. This is my sensor test for the actual loss monitors, where we can actually start a testing procedure. If you do need to do that, that's in the book how to do that properly.